Oh yeah, the Strymon Volante. The Volante is what Strymon calls a magnetic echo machine, and there are three basic types of echoes. There's a drum echo, which is kind of like that Binson Echo Rex style, and then there's a tape echo, which is more like an Echoplex, at least that's what it sounds like to me, and then the studio echo is more like a higher quality studio tape machine. I don't want to just walk through the controls, it would take too long, so I want to play through some of the controls, and here is my unaffected tone on the guitar. All right, just a Fenderish kind of thing. Here is the Volante with a basic drum echo sound. Here we go. Okay, and it's not, you can tell, it's kind of muffled, it's kind of funky, it's definitely off in that Binson direction. Now you might be thinking, hey, where are the repeats? Well, it's really interesting on the Volante. In the middle here, you'll see a time area with two rows of four little push buttons. So a total of 8. I did pass math in school. The top row represent tape heads. And as you can see, I've got it on tape head number 4. The bottom row of 4 represents different increments of repeats. So let me go ahead and turn on 4 for the repeats, and let's hear some repeating going on. Yeah, kind of nice. Now, one of the great things about these buttons is that you can combine them in different groupings for different types of echoes and then repeats. So let me go ahead and turn on 1. So I've got 1, which, as you might expect, is a much shorter delay, 4, tape head number 4, and then repeats at 4, which will be the longer repeats. Check this out. So let's turn on some more repeats here. Let's get 2 going. So 1, 4 tape heads, 2, 4 repeats. Oh yeah. Let's do some volume swells. Yes, I have a volume pedal on the floor. That's kind of getting off a little bit into the reverb territory, isn't it? Along with the echoes. Let's try them all on just for grins. Because I don't have time to do all the combinations. Here we go with some swells. Pretty cool. All right, so you might be thinking, oh, okay, that's a fairly short echo delay time and repeats. Can you get longer? And the answer is yes, you can. There is a speed switch where you have normal, double, and half. I've just turned it to half. And I'm going to turn the time all the way up. It should give us up to 4 seconds of delay. Let's check that out. And if I turn everything off except for number 4 playback head and number 4 repeat, here's what we get. Let's go ahead and try the other echo types. First, maybe second up would be the tape echo type. Here we go. You can hear there's a little bit more high end. Let me turn it back to that drum. Yeah, a little less there. Let's go ahead and try the Studio. So this will be the fresh tape. Yeah. Nice. Now, what can we do from here? Well, we've got some interesting controls. First off, we have a low cut knob, and this allows us to roll off the low end of the repeats. Check this out. Actually, let me turn it all the way up so you can hear it. Hear how the low end just kind of rolls off. Now, one of the great things about the Volante is that it doesn't go crazy. So some tape style delays that I've worked with, they have a low cut that just is kind of harsh sounding, if you know what I mean. This, even as the low end rolls off, it's really kind of mellow. It actually reminds me much more of a real tape echo than some of the other units. Next up, for modifying the characteristics of your echo is mechanics, and this introduces simulated mechanical inconsistencies, I should say, I guess I'll say, in a tape deck or in an echo unit. Here's what it sounds like turned all the way up. Again, one of the great things about the mechanics is it doesn't get too out there. Okay, even when it's all the way up, it is off in the direction of the El Capistan. So if you're familiar with that Strymon unit, you'll kind of recognize what's going on here. Another way to modify the characteristic of your echo and the repeats is to change the record level. And this simulates actually the record input on a tape deck or an echo unit. I've had it all the way down, so it's pretty clean sounding, but if I bring it up, and I'm going to bring the echo level down to compensate, here's what we get. Yeah, so you can hear some crunchiness going on in the delay and in the repeats. Let me turn it all the way up. I wouldn't use it all the time, but it is a cool effect. And that brings me to the last of the four characteristic knobs. Sorry, I got to watch this mic here. And that is wear. So this simulates fresh versus old tape. So here's the fresh tape setting, which is what I've been using. Okay, not bad. Let me turn it all the way up so we get the maximum amount of wear. Yeah, so you can hear it kind of really rolls that top end off. And if you combine that with the record input to get a little distortion in the delays, here's what you get. I like that a lot. So you can control the top end of your distorted delay with the wear knob. Pretty cool. There's another knob we need to talk about, and that is spacing, and it lies to the right, my right, your left maybe, of the playback and the feedback buttons in the middle. And this allows you to switch between even spacing, triplets, golden ratio, and silver ratio. And the cool thing is it's a continuous knob, so you can kind of morph in between those four options. Here is the even spacing, which is what I've been using thus far. let's go ahead and switch to triplets. So you can hear that triple thing, da da da, right? All right, let's try the golden ratio. All right, and this one gets a lot more complex if you add more playback heads and feedback settings. That one really has kind of a gallop feel to it, doesn't it? Let's try the silver ratio. Yeah, that one's going to be hard to play too, I think. I think some of these are better for volume swells because they just kind of fill in all over the place with the delays and the repeats. And there's one more little knob on the lower right-hand corner, and that is a spring reverb. Yes, there is actually a spring reverb built into this unit. Let's check that out. Yeah, kind of cool. It's pretty simple. The length of the spring reverb is adjustable via a secondary function, but let's go ahead and add in some delays. But wait, don't go. I've got a couple videos here for you. One is an ambient guitar meditation that I posted using the Volante, and there's a playlist of a lot of my demos of Strymon pedals. Subscribe, and as always, see all of you on the next video.